Good day, students. Welcome to Book 4, Unit 3, Grammar. Okay, so in this unit, and welcome, and I hope that you will have a great time as we continue with this presentation. My name is Mr. Vernon Fredericks, and I will do the presentation with you today. So welcome, students. Let's continue. Let's have a look at what we're going to do today. Okay, so what do we need to know? What we will learn today in this lesson, we will get to know what is an adjective. Number one. Number two is what is a syllable. Number three is what are vowels and consonants. Okay, and then the last part is the consonant, vowel, consonant spelling patterns. So these are all the things we will have a look at today, and I hope that you will take a lot out of this today. So welcome, students, and I hope we will have a good time doing and listening to this presentation. So I also want you to keep your notebook handy. There are a couple of exercises at the end of the presentation that I want you to complete. Okay, so just keep that handy with you. A notebook and a pencil. Okay, let's start. Okay, so today we will also have a look at comparative adjectives, how to make comparative adjective sentences, and irregular comparative adjectives. Okay, so these first two slides we're going to have a look at today. Okay, so let's start. Syllable review. Okay, to understand the rules for comparative adjectives, you need to know how many syllables are in an adjective. Okay, so a syllable is how many vowel sounds there are in a word. I will say that again. A syllable is how many vowel sounds there are in a word. So let's, for example, let's have a look at the name Abdullah. Okay, so we have Abdullah. Okay, so there are three syllables in the word or the name Abdullah. Okay, so it's Abdullah. Okay, so there are three vowel sounds in the word or in the name Abdullah. So let's have a look at the examples that we have here. Okay, so one syllable words. Okay, so the first one is shy, shy, I. Okay, so if you listen to the word shy, okay, you will hear there is one vowel sound, which is just I, shy. Okay, the second one is tall, tall. Okay, one syllable. The third word is short, short. One syllable again. Okay, let's have a look at two-syllable words or two-syllable adjectives. Okay, happy, happy. Okay, I'll say that again. Happy. There are two vowel sounds in the word happy. Okay, the next one is ugly, ugly. Okay, there are also two vowel sounds there. Ugly. Okay, so the first one is and the last one is a. Okay, the next word for the two syllables is boring. Okay, boring. Remember, we are listening for vowel sounds. Okay, boring. So the first vowel sound is o, and the second vowel sound is e. Boring. Okay, three-syllable adjectives. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Three syllables. Amazing. So the first vowel sound we have there is me, and ing. Okay, e. Third vowel sound. The second word in the second adjective in the three-syllable tier is beautiful. Beautiful. Three syllables. First one is u. Second vowel sound is e. And the third vowel sound is u. Beautiful. Okay. Second adjective or the third adjective in the three-syllable tier is terrible. 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 Okay, so these are the three vowel sound adjectives. Okay, three syllable vowel sound adjectives. The last one is the four syllable adjective. Okay, incredible, incredible. Okay, incredible, four syllables. The next one is American, 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 four syllables. Okay, so remember, our syllables is dependent on how many vowel sounds we hear. Okay, next slide. Okay, let's go into this. Okay, why do we use comparative adjectives? Why do we use comparative adjectives? Okay, comparative comes from the word compare, which means I look at two things and I see what is different about the two things, two objects, places, people, or things. Yeah. Okay. We use comparative adjectives to compare nouns. Again, we use comparative adjectives to compare nouns. So we look at the nouns and we look at what is different, what is not the same about these nouns. Okay. So what is the writing format for this? How do we write it? Okay. So first we have to have the be verb. Be verb plus comparative adjective plus than. So to write the comparative adjective, we need to have these three components. Okay, we need to have the verb be, we need to have the comparative adjective, and we need the word than. Okay, so let's have a look at the first example. Derek is taller than Sam and Tim. Again, Derek is taller than Sam and Tim. Okay, so in that example, you can see we have our noun, which is the first one is Derek, and then we have our verb be, is, comparative adjective taller. Then we have than, okay, and then we have the other two nouns, which is Sam and Tim. So we're comparing Derek to Sam and Tim. And we say Derek is taller than Sam and Tim. Let's have a look at another example. Sam is shorter than Tim. Sam is shorter than Tim. So we're comparing Sam and we're comparing Tim. Okay? So Sam is shorter than Tim. Okay, another example. Tim is taller than Sam. Tim is taller than Sam. Okay, so here we say Tim is taller. He's got more height than Sam. Yeah. Last example here is Sam is shorter than Tim and Derek. Sam is shorter than Tim and Derek. Okay. So if you look at your right-hand side there, students, there is sort of a table or a graph which says how tall Sam is, how tall Tim is, and how tall Derek is. Okay, so Derek is taller than Sam and Tim. Sam is shorter than Tim and Derek. Tim is taller than Sam. Sam is shorter than Tim. Okay, so let's continue reading there. Tall and short are our one-syllable adjectives. Tall and short are our one-syllable adjectives. Okay, so what is the rule for one-syllable adjectives? Okay, so let's just have a look at the examples here. What do you think is the rule for one-syllable adjectives before we continue on to the next slide? Okay, just take a moment to look at the examples and to think. What do you think is the rule for one-syllable adjectives? Okay, so let's find out on the next slide. Okay. Adding er to one syllable adjectives. Sam is shorter than Tim. So this is the rule. If the adjective is one syllable, add er to the end of the adjective plus than. If the adjective is one syllable, add er to the end of the adjective plus than. If the adjective ends in e, only add r. Okay, so if the adjective ends in an e, only add r. Rule number 3. If the adjective ends in consonant, vowel plus consonant, double the last consonant. Okay, I'll read that again. If the adjective ends in consonant plus vowel plus consonant, double the last consonant. Okay, so let's go over that again. Rule number 1. If the adjective is one syllable, add er to the end of the adjective plus than. Abdullah is taller than Ahmad. Ahmad is shorter than Abdullah. If the adjective ends in an e, only add an r. If the adjective ends in an e, only add an r. Okay. Rule number 3. If the adjective ends in consonant, vowel, students, you still remember what's a vowel? Okay. A, E, I, O, U is my vowel. Consonant is the other letters of the alphabet. Okay, so if I have a consonant, vowel, consonant, double the last consonant. Okay, let's have a look at the couple of examples here. Fast, one syllable adjective. Compare it with something else, faster than. Shy, one syllable adjective. Compare the adjective, shyer than. Okay, so for example, a Ferrari is faster than a Toyota. A Ferrari is faster than a Toyota. Okay, Ahmad is shyer than Abdullah. Ahmad is shyer than Abdullah. Okay, now we have the adjective that ends in an E, close. So what's the rule? If it ends in an E, we just add an R. Okay, so close, closer than, yeah? The mom is closer than Jeddah. Okay, the mom is closer than Jeddah. Okay, now we have the last two here. If the adjective ends in a consonant, vowel plus consonant, double the last consonant. So here we have big. Okay, so we have consonant B, vowel I, consonant G. Okay, so if I'm going to compare it, I'm going to double the last consonant. So if you look at the example here, big, comparative adjective is bigger than. Bigger than. Okay, the next one is thin. So we have T, then we have a consonant H, vowel I, consonant N. Okay, thin, double the last consonant when we do compare, and we just say thinner than. Okay, so let's say, have an example. Riyadh is bigger than Hufuf. Riyadh is bigger than Hufuf. Okay, the next one is thin. Okay, Saleh is thinner than Ahmad. Saleh is thinner than Ahmad. Okay, so what does thin mean? Thin means skinny, yeah? Okay, another example would be fat. Okay, the adjective fat, F-A-T, consonant F, vowel A, consonant T, fatter than. Abdullah is fatter than Muhammad. Abdullah is fatter than Muhammad. I double my last consonant. So it's going to be Fatter, fatter than Muhammad. Okay, another example is hot. Okay, so the spelling for hot is Hot. When I use hot as a comparative adjective, I say hotter than. So I'm going to have, when I compare it, I say Hotter. Okay, the mom is hotter than Al Qasim. Yeah, the mom is hotter than Riyadh. Okay, so students, remember that. When adjective ends in a consonant, vowel plus consonant, we double the last consonant. Very important rule. Okay, let's continue on to the next slide. Okay, two-syllable adjectives ending in a Y. Again, two-syllable adjectives ending in a Y. In two-syllable adjectives ending in a Y, change the Y to I and add ER. So we're going to delete the Y in the comparative form and we're going to put I plus ER. For example, ugly. When we use it as in the comparative form, we say uglier than. So I delete the Y and I write ER than. Okay, next one is pretty. Okay, in the comparative form, I delete the Y and I write IER, prettier than. Sarah is prettier than her sister. Okay, happy. In the comparative form, I'm going to delete the Y and I'm going to have IER. Muhammad is happier than his brother. Okay, funny, funnier than. Okay, funny, funnier than. Okay, so I delete the Y in the comparative form, delete the Y, and I add IER. Okay, my brother is funnier than my sister. Okay, risky, same example, riskier. Yeah, busy, busier than. Lucky, luckier than. So what did we learn now? Two syllables. If it ends in a Y, we delete the Y in the comparative form and we write IER. Okay, students? Okay, let's continue. Okay, two or more syllable adjectives. Two or more syllable adjectives. If the adjective is two syllables, not ending in a Y or more, we use more plus adjective plus than. Less plus adjective plus than. Okay? If the adjective is two syllables, not ending in a Y or more, we use more plus adjective plus than. Or on the opposite, we use less plus adjective plus than. Okay, so two or more syllables, and then we have the comparative form. Okay, so the first adjective is athletic. Okay, athletic. Okay, more athletic than. Okay, less athletic than. Okay, so how many syllables? How many syllables are in the word athletic? Athletic. Athletic. Three syllables. There are three syllables. And because there are two, that more than two, yeah, I'm going to use more athletic than. For example, Ahmad is more athletic than Sami. Okay. Then I'm going to use less athletic than. I can say Sami is less athletic than Ahmad. The opposite. Okay. The next adjective is beautiful. Okay, beautiful, three syllables. Three syllables in beautiful. Okay, so I can use it in the comparative. I can say my dog or my cat is more beautiful than your cat. Yeah. Less beautiful is the opposite. I can say, your cat is less beautiful than my cat. Hey, expensive is the next adjective. How many syllables is in the word expensive? Expensive. Okay, so there are about 3 syllables there. Expensive. The vowel sounds. Remember the vowel sound, students, yeah? So I can say the comparative form, I can say more expensive than or less expensive than. Okay, an example would be my ticket is more expensive than your ticket. Okay, your ticket is less expensive than my ticket. Okay, next adjective is brilliant. Brilliant. Okay, how many adjective or how many syllables are in that adjective? Brilliant. Okay, brilliant. Brilliant. Okay, I hear about 3. Yeah. Okay, more brilliant is the comparative form. Okay, or I can say less brilliant than. Okay, my father is more brilliant than my brother. My brother is less brilliant than my father. Okay, next adjective is interesting. Interesting. Okay, that's more than 3 syllables there. Okay, interesting. Okay, interesting, but 4 syllables. Yeah. In the comparative form, I can say more interesting than or less interesting than. So an example would be, this movie is more interesting than the movie I saw yesterday. Yeah. I can also say the movie I saw yesterday was less interesting than this movie. Okay. Next syllable or next adjective is boring. Boring. Okay, so that's about 2 syllables there. Boring. Yeah, bore and ring. Okay. In the comparative form, I can say more boring than or less boring than. So in a sentence, I can say, mathematics is more boring than English. Okay. And in the opposite, I can say English is less boring than mathematics. Okay. An example, students. Yeah. Okay. So I hope you understood this now. Two or more syllable adjectives. Yeah, if the adjectives is 2 syllables or more and not ending in a y, we add more plus adjective plus than, or less, the opposite, plus adjective plus than. Okay, students, let's continue. Okay, irregular comparative adjectives. Now, students, this is very, very important to remember that we also have irregular comparative adjectives. Yeah. So adjective, the adjective is good. Yeah. The comparative form is better than. Okay. Abdullah is good. Abdullah is good. Yeah. Ahmad is better than Abdullah. Okay. Let's do that again. Abdullah is good. Ahmad is better than Abdullah. Okay. This movie is bad. Yeah. This movie is bad. Okay. Comparative form. This movie is worse than the movie I saw yesterday. This movie is worse than the movie I saw yesterday. Okay. The next adjective is fun. Okay. Abdullah, playing football is a lot of fun. Okay. Playing football is a lot of fun. Okay. Playing PlayStation is more fun than playing football. Okay. Let's do that again. Playing football is fun. Okay. Playing PlayStation is more fun than playing football. Okay. So these are our irregular comparative adjectives. So students, please just remember this. Yeah. Okay. Let's have a look at the sentences there, the example sentences. I think that Maestro's pizza is better than Domino's. Do you agree? Do you agree with that sentence? Okay, let's read it again. I think that Maestro's pizza is better than Domino's pizza. Okay, do you agree? Okay. So if you don't agree, how would you change that? How would you change that if you don't agree? Okay, so I can say I think Maestro's pizza is better than Domino's. Or I can say I think that Domino's pizza is better than Maestro's pizza. Or I can say I think that Maestro's pizza is worse than Domino's pizza. Okay, you can change that around as well. The next example is the first Star Wars movie was bad, but the second movie was worse. Okay, the first Star Wars movie was bad, but the second movie was worse. Okay. Okay. Let's go to the next example. I think English is more fun to study than math. I think English is more fun to study than math. Okay. I think math is less fun to study than English. I think math is less fun to study than English. Okay. So in the first example, we have more fun. And in the next example, we have less fun. Yeah. The same example that I made in number 1. Okay. Let's have a look at this. The second example. The first Star Wars movie was bad, but the second movie was worse. Students, if you have a look at that sentence there, we are comparing the first Star Wars movie to the second Star Wars movie. Yeah. But we didn't use than. Yeah. Because we're speaking about the movies. Yeah. But we're also speaking about things that we know. Okay. So if you read that first sentence, the first Star Wars movie was bad. And then I have a but the second movie was worse. Because I already know I'm speaking about the Star Wars movie. Yeah. I don't have to put in than, because I know the Star Wars movie is the thing I'm talking about. Yeah. And that's my subject. Yeah. And because I know what my subject is, I don't have to repeat it in the second part of the sentence. Yeah. I don't have to do that. So that's why we don't use than, because my subject is the same in the first part. Yeah. And it would be the same in the second part of the sentence. We'll get to that. Yeah. We just wanted to make sure that you get that and see that in the second part, the second sentence, the second example sentence, we don't use than. Yeah. To the next slide. Okay. This is exactly what I was talking about now. One more rule, no than. If we already know the object, or if the subject and the object are the same, don't write than. It's exactly what I talked about now. Okay. For example, Bill is very tall. Bill is very tall. Jim is taller. Bill is very tall. Jim is taller. We're comparing Jim and Bill here. Yeah. We don't need to write than Bill because Bill was mentioned in the sentence before. Bill was already mentioned. We already know who we're comparing Jim to. Yeah. We know that Bill is very tall. Jim is taller. We're comparing Jim to Bill. Yeah. Because Bill was already mentioned in the first sentence, I don't have to write taller than Bill. Okay, the next one. The weather is getting hotter. The weather is getting hotter. Okay, I have a comparative adjective there. Hotter. Yeah, my adjective there is hotter. It's a comparative adjective. Okay, who am I comparing the weather to? I'm comparing the weather of today and the weather of last week. I'm comparing the two. My subject and the object are the same. The weather. My subject is the weather. My object is the weather. And the weather is changing because of time. Today and last week. Okay, the weather is getting hotter, yeah, than last week. I don't have to write there than last week. We are already comparing the weather of today to the weather of before. So my subject and my object are the same thing. Okay, if you don't see an object, you don't need to write than. Okay, so my subject and my object are the same. Okay, this, if I wrote the weather again, if I wrote my subject and my object together, I would say, the weather is getting hotter than the weather last week. Okay, it's the same thing. We're talking about the weather today and the weather last week. It's the same thing. My subject and my object are the same thing. I don't need to repeat it. Okay, students, I don't need to repeat it because my subject and my object are the same thing. Okay, so let's just recap what we talked about now. What is a comparative adjective? We use the comparative to compare to people, to places, or compare to things. Okay. Number one, short adjective plus er. Old, older. Young, younger. Tall, taller. Shy, shyer. Okay. Number two, consonant, vowel, consonant plus er. The final consonant is doubled. Big, bigger. Hot, hotter. Thin, thinner. Fat, fatter. Okay. Consonant, vowel, consonant plus er. Don't forget to double the last consonant. So big becomes B-I-G-G-E-R. Hot, H-O-T-T-E-R. Fat, F-A-T-T-E-R. Okay, thin, T-H-I-N-N-E-R. Okay, point number three. Short adjective ended in a Y. We delete the Y, I-E-R. Easy, easier than. Heavy, heavier than. Happy, happier than. Delete the Y, we write I-E-R. Pretty, prettier than. Delete the Y, I-E-R plus than. Okay. Point number four. Long adjective, more plus long adjective. Exciting, more exciting. Beautiful, more beautiful. Brilliant, more brilliant. Yeah? Or the opposite, less exciting, less beautiful, less brilliant. Okay. Irregular adjectives. So students, there are some more there. Good, better. Bad, worse. Far, farther than. Okay, farther than. Okay. Little, less. Okay, much or many becomes more. Okay, final point. We use than after the comparative form of the adjective. John is taller than Mary. A Ferrari is more expensive than a Fiat. Okay. So we have the tartib or the sequence, subject, verb be, comparative adjective plus than. Verb be, comparative adjective, more expensive, plus than. Okay, students, let's continue. Okay, let's compare. Circle the correct box. Okay, so I'm going to give you a minute to do this quickly. So we have to circle the correct box. So John, first example, John and Peter. Okay, so in the box, the answer is John Peter is taller. Okay, the next example is green and blue. The green pencil or the blue pencil is shorter. Quickly, 30 seconds. Choose. Tall means bigger. Yeah, tall means bigger in centimeters, in meters. Yeah, okay. Quickly, students. Okay, have you made your decision? Let's have a look at your answers. Which one is taller? Which one is shorter? Aha, the answers. John is taller than Peter. John is taller. Okay. The blue pencil is shorter. Okay, next example. Circle the correct box. The department store, the house is bigger. Okay, is it the department store or is it the house? Okay. Next exercise is Matt or Tim is smaller. Smaller, Zahir. Bigger is very, very big. Yeah? Okay, quickly, 30 seconds. Okay, students, which one is bigger? The first example. Okay, let's have a look at the answers. Okay, the first one is the department store is bigger. Yeah, it is just bigger. Okay, the next example is smaller. Who is smaller? Tim is smaller. Correct. Tim is smaller. Okay, let's compare. Circle the correct box. Okay, in the box we have a blue car and we have a white car. Okay, the blue car or the white car is dirtier. Dirtier means not clean, yeah? Dirty means to be not clean. Okay, the next example, we have Jeremy and we have Kurt. Noisier, which makes a lot of noise, yeah? They cannot keep their mouth closed. They're making a lot of noise. Quickly, students, 30 seconds. Choose the correct answer, please. Okay, which one is the correct answer? Okay, so the white car is dirtier, yeah? The white car is dirty. It's not very clean, the white car. And the noisier one is Jeremy. Jeremy's crying a lot, yeah? Jeremy's crying a lot. Okay, let's practice comparative adjectives. Okay, write the comparative form of the adjective in the blank to complete the sentence. Okay, write the comparative form of the adjective in the blank to complete the sentence. Okay, so the example number one is Brett's hair is blank, then ends. The adjective that we need to use is short. Okay, number two, the adjective that we have to use is colorful. Okay, colorful. Remember the syllables. The adjective in number three is slow. Yeah, slow. The adjective in number four is delicious. Okay, delicious. Delicious. How many syllables are there? Okay, let's do number one. Brett's hair is, then ends. So the correct answer there is Brett's hair is shorter than ends. Brett's hair is shorter than ants. So short plus ER, shorter than ants. Okay, students, quickly. Number two, number three, number four, 1 minute. Okay, students, what do you think what are the answers for number 2? Crayon is then the pencil. The adjective is colorful. Number 3 is slow. The adjective is slow. And number 4, the adjective is delicious. Let's have a look at your answers. What do you have? Okay, let's do this. So number 1 we did, yeah? Red's hair is shorter than Anne's. Number 2, the crayon is more colorful than the pencil. Why did we use more there? Okay, colorful, 3 syllables. So remember, more than 2 syllables, 2 and more syllables. Yeah, we use more. Number 3, the snail is slower than the turtle. Okay, so the adjective is slow, 1 syllable. Okay, so we just use er, slower. Number 4 is chocolate is more delicious than celery. My adjective is delicious. Delicious, 3 syllables. So I'm going to use more delicious, yeah, to compare celery and chocolate. Okay, let's continue. Okay, 5, 6, 7, 8. You do for me quickly. 5, 6, 7, 8. You do for me. Write the comparative form of the adjective in the blank to complete the sentence. 5, the adjective is old. Number 6, the adjective is new. Number 7, the adjective is tall. And number 8, the adjective is cheap. Quickly, students, 1 minute. Okay. So, students, what do you have for the answers? 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, let's have a look at the answers. The white car is older than the black car. Yes. Number 6, the black car is newer than the white car. The black car is newer than the white car. Okay, again, old and new, 1 syllable words. Number 7, the giraffe is taller than the ostrich. Adjective is tall. Okay. The round watch is cheaper than the square watch. Okay. ER, 1 syllable, cheap. Okay. Students, if you got that, congratulations. Let's continue. Okay. 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, quickly, 1 minute. 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, let's have a look at your answer, students. Okay, the soccer ball is bigger than the baseball. Okay, the soccer ball is bigger than the baseball. Okay, so we have bigger there. So because we have the ending in the consonant vowel consonant, we're going to double the last consonant. So we have B-I-double-G-E-R. Yes, B-I-double-G-E-R. Okay, good. Number 10, the baseball is smaller than the soccer ball. baseball is smaller than the soccer ball. Correct, if you add that. Okay, number 11 is irregular. Okay, the adjective is irregular. Okay, so we have good, and good becomes better. The weather got better for a picnic. Yeah, the weather got better for a picnic. Okay, number 12, the horse is faster than the rabbit. The horse is faster than the rabbit. There we have it, students. Okay, great stuff if you got that right. Okay, next slide. Okay, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, the adjectives are heavy, expensive, number 14. Number 15 is long, and number 16 is bad. Okay, quickly, 1 minute. Hey, students, what are your answers? Let's have a look. Hey, a whale is heavier than an elephant. Okay, so with the first number 13, we had the ending in a Y. So we delete the Y and we have the I plus ER. Yes? Number 14, the ring is more expensive than the necklaces. Okay, expensive. Okay, the adjective has expensive, 3 syllables. Okay, so we're going to have more. Number 15, the snake is longer than the caterpillar. We just add ER. Yeah. Number 16, Nancy's cold got worse. Yeah. Nancy's cold got worse. Okay. So the adjective is bad, and we don't use bad, we use worse because we're comparing it to the time before. It was okay, it was bad. Now, over time, it gotten worse. So we also don't use then because we're comparing the time of before to the time right now. Next slide. Okay, quiz time. Okay, pause the video, answer the questions, then press play to check your answers. Okay, number 1, Saudi Arabia space Bahrain. So students, you have to choose. Is bigger than, is bigger than, is bigger than, is bigger than. Okay, so you have to choose. Number one, if you say A, you're going to do A. So write A next to it. Yeah, so in your notebook, number 1, A, if you think that's the correct answer. Number 2, my score in orange was going, but the score in blue is going to be 3. July in Saudi Arabia, space, then January. Number 4. Flying to Dubai is driving. Number 5. I don't like my iPhone 3. I need a phone that. Number 5. Number 6. Hummus is delicious, but kapsa is Okay. So quickly, students. 3 minutes. Okay. Complete this exercise for me, please. 3 minutes. And then we will have a look at the answers. Okay. So please pause. Please pause this video. Yeah. And then answer the questions. Okay. Please pause this video and then answer the questions. Okay, students, welcome back. Let's have a look at your answers. Yeah. Okay, number 1. Saudi Arabia is bigger than Bahrain. Saudi Arabia is bigger than Bahrain. Okay, number A is not correct because BIG is the adjective. And remember the consonant vowel consonant rule, we have to double the last consonant. Okay, is bigger than Bahrain. It's not number C because we don't write then, we write than. It's not number D, yeah, because it's just one syllable. Number 2, my score in orange was going, but my score in blue is going to be better. Okay, better, not better than, not gooder than. Okay, it's going to be better. My score before, comparing to the time, to my score now, will be better. That's why we don't have to use than. Okay. July in Saudi Arabia is hotter than January. July in Saudi Arabia is hotter than January. Okay, it's not number A. Not number A, we don't say are hotter. We also don't say, we already have than there, we don't have to use then. It's not number C, because we have to double the consonant, the last consonant, yeah? And it's not D is hotter, okay? Double the last consonant. Number 4, flying to Dubai is easier than driving. The correct answer is D. The adjective is easy. EASY. So we have, because it ends in a Y, we have to delete the I and add ER. So the correct answer would be IER, easier than. Okay, so it's not number A. It's not number B, spelling. It's not C. C doesn't have than. Spelling is incorrect for B. Spelling is incorrect for A. Number 5, I don't like my iPhone 3. I need a phone that is newer. Okay, is more new? No. New is my adjective. One syllable, so we just add ER. Is newer than, spelling, not double N, not double W. Okay, and then is newer than. We don't use is newer than. Okay, because we're speaking about the iPhone and we're speaking about the time. Yeah, it's a newer one. I need a newer one. Okay, last slide. Hummus is delicious, but kapsa is more delicious. My adjective is delicious. Delicious. 3 syllables. So it's going to be more delicious. Okay. Hummus is delicious, but kapsa is more delicious. It's not number B. We don't say delicious, sir. Okay. More delicious than. I'm not going to write than because I'm already comparing kapsa and hummus together. Yeah. And we don't say delicious because the adjective has 3 syllables. So the correct answer is more delicious. So, okay, students, that is the end of our presentation. Thank you very much. I hope you understood now comparative adjectives. Okay, remember the rules. Add er, one syllable. Okay. If the vowel, or if the consonant ends in the consonant vowel consonant, double the last consonant and add er. Okay. If it ends in a y, okay, we have to delete the y and add ier. Okay. Irregular, good, better, bad becomes worse. Okay. So students, thank you very much. Have a good day, and I hope you enjoyed this presentation.